Hello my dear students, welcome back to your social studies class. Now today students we will continue with the explanation of chapter number 17, the freedom struggle. Now the topics which we will discuss today, they are on the board. Let's look at the topics. First one, Jallianwala Bagh massacre, non-cooperation movement, civil disobedience movement, Dandi March, Quit India movement. Now we will deal with these topics one by one. Now first, after Gandhiji came actively and started the fight against the Britishers, the first thing he did was the Rowlatt Satyagraha. Now, what was it? In 1919, Gandhiji launched the Rowlatt Satyagraha. It was against the Rowlatt Act. Now, what was the Rowlatt Act? The Act gave the Britishers the power to send anybody or anyone to jail without any sort of trial. Now, this was oppressive. So, Gandhiji launched a campaign against this act. He launched a nationwide campaign against it and even got arrested. Next, what happened? On 13th April 1919, the Jallianwala Bagh massacre took place in Amritsar. Now, what is a massacre, student? A massacre is violent and deliberate mass killing it is. Okay. Now, what happened in Amritsar at Jallianwala Bagh? General Dyer, in this incident, the British troops commanded by General Dyer opened fire on a group of unarmed protesters, and the result of it was mass and destructive killing because the people couldn't save themselves and there was mass killing. Now, around the same time around when this Jallianwala Bagh incident took place, around that same time, Britain conquered Turkey in 1919 and dethroned the Caliph, that is, removed him from the office or the power. The Muslims considered the Caliph or the Khalifa as their spiritual leader. So, who is a spiritual leader, students? A leader in religious and sacred affairs is called a spiritual leader. Now, so mass protest started by the Muslims in India as well against this. Gandhiji, what did he do? He combined these two incidents, that is the Jallianwala Bagh massacre and this dethrone of Caliph in Turkey, and in 1920-22, Gandhiji launched the non-cooperation movement against the Britishers. Now, this movement campaigned against the wrongs done in Punjab, that is at the Jallianwala Bagh, and to the Caliph in Turkey as well. Now, the non-cooperation movement campaigned, or it was organized and it was an active way towards a particular goal. And what was it? For the boycott of British services, schools, courts, and even goods. It also comprised anti-liquor and anti-untouchability movement. Now, what is untouchability, students? Untouchability is forbidden to touch especially because the person belongs to the low caste or people who are excluded from the caste system. So, there was the anti-untouchability movement and the anti-liquor movement as well. It promoted Indian schools, native courts, and the spinning of khadi. Now, this movement promoted native schools, even Indian schools, the native courts, and also the spinning of khadi. Now, what is khadi? Khadi is homespun using a charkha. That is, it is a raw material or a very coarse and unrefined natural material. Okay. Now, this movement also encouraged or motivated to secure self-sufficiency in Indian households so that we can become self-sufficient or self-reliant. Students who took part in this movement actively took part. Now we will know who took part in this movement at large. Students, lawyers, peasants, tribals, and workers, people from the middle class as well as the lower class, all followed Gandhiji on a massive scale. Okay. Now, some important leaders. Now we will know who supported Gandhiji and actively participated in this movement. Jawaharlal Nehru, Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, Maulana Abul Kalam Azad, Rajendra Prasad, C. Rajgopalacharya, Khan Abdul Ghaffar Khan, and many other national leaders helped Gandhiji to lead the non-cooperation movement. But suddenly, this movement came to an end. Why? Let us know this. But this movement was called off in February 1922. That is, it was abruptly called off. The reason was due to the outbreak of the peasant violence. Now, what is the peasant violence? Peasant violence is the rustic or the poor agricultural laborers' violence that took place in Chauri Chaura in Gorakhpur, where 23 policemen were killed at large, and Gandhiji called off the non-cooperation movement immediately. After the movement was called off, Gandhiji carried out a lot of groundwork. Now, what were the groundwork? He established the famous Sabarmati Ashram. In 1930, Gandhiji launched the civil disobedience movement. In 1930, the year, Gandhiji launched the civil disobedience movement and also Dandi March. Let us know what was Dandi March. On 12th March 1930, Gandhiji started the historic Dandi March to break the salt law. Now, what was the salt law, students? This law forced people to buy salt from the government, which sold salt at high prices. Now, salt is a necessary item, so it is the basic need, and that is why it affected the Indians at large, from lower class to higher class. Everybody was affected. So, it was followed by large-scale anti-liquor, anti-untouchability, and Charkha campaigns. So, after the Dandi March, all these things took place one by one. Women took an active part in all these campaigns. Women's participation was the main feature of this movement. Now, towards the close of this movement, that is towards the end of this movement, national unity, that is, Indians were unified together. National unity had strengthened. Finally, in 1942, Congress under Gandhiji launched the Quit India movement. Now, and there was a call as well. Gandhiji gave a call as well. So, what was the call? He gave a call to the people, that is, do or die. So, what is the meaning of it? That is, fight to the finish or the end. And what is the end? That is freedom. So, within the few hours of launching this movement, many Indians and Congress leaders were arrested. But it was followed by an unprecedented upsurge of people, that is, unparalleled increase of people actively participating in this movement took place that surprised the Britishers. Next, what happened? On the other hand, Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose formed the Indian National Army or the Azad Hind Fauj to overthrow the British from India. Okay, so one side was Gandhiji, other side was Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose. So he bravely fought against the British in the northeast. However, they faced huge losses and many people were killed. But still today they are respected as national heroes. Now, there is a slight tip, students, or a value tip which you can say, that is, we should follow the noble ideals and the principles which inspired freedom struggle, because a unified struggle led to the freedom of India. Ultimately, on 15th August 1947, India achieved freedom. Finally, India was partitioned into India and Pakistan, which was very sad for us. It was a very sad incident for us, but we could not help it. Jawaharlal Nehru became the first Prime Minister and Dr. Rajendra Prasad became the first President of India. This epic period, this epic period culminated, or it reached to the climax. This entire period reached to the climax with the assassination or the murder of Gandhiji, that is Mahatma Gandhi, on 30th January 1948. So with this we come to the end of this chapter. The entire explanation of this chapter, I think it is very much clear to you. We have dealt with all the campaigns and the movements clearly. Go through the chapter and then the 2 videos. I think all your doubts will be cleared. I will again meet you in the next class with some other topic. Till then, goodbye everyone. Stay at home and be safe. Thank you everyone.